me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids. And they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. Salty, they sodium, they jelly, petroleum. Always talking in the background, don't never come to the podium. Chef Cardi B, I'm up, I see you like the again. While you was sleeping on me, I made 40 bands by 4 p.m. They be taking everything you want, I'm like a walking. I don't understand.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. In on the stop, Bradley McDougald.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Gone! Detroit! Detroit!
On second down, Johnson. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Rosen. This is Johnson. He's got him. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Now Rosen. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second.
This is intercepted. Picked off at the 12. He's got the lane, and there he goes. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, 5, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
Janikowski good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. This is T.J. Logan to return it. And return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10.
All right, now, look at 56.
2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. This one complete to Christian Kirk. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
All right, now, look at 56.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Rosen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And some room to maneuver. There he goes, right side. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six. And just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
With it on the return is Logan. A spin. Oh, it spins again. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game. No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. After the false start, sets up a 3rd and 9.
Gone!
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Wide open receiver complete.
Leopard! No, check, Patriots!
Now a handoff, Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
All right, now, look at 56.
They go play action. It's Rosen. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now Zaire Jones busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. And now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. First down, Winston. Flush to his right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Let's go now. Green, triple C.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. They're about to run. The punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. A huge play there for Arizona. 42 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Leopard, Leopard.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Leopard, Leopard.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. He will push his way down to about the 14. It was Jaron Reed who got him down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Throw right side, complete to Williams. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now 13-7. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. On first down, they run with Howard. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. That's going to be caught. It's a big play there for Seattle. 66 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Rashad Penny, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And he's got it up and through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Screenplay, Johnson. Fighting his way through contact. That one goes for 36 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody has that ability, they want them on their team.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On second down, here's Rosen. Underneath for Johnson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 5. And they're going to face a third down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And Rosas puts this one through. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And a great return up past the 40, but this one may not stand. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Howard. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go now.
Off the play fake, Winston. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Going for the deep ball. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After the interception, here's Rosen. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. On play action, Rosen. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Rosen. And the The Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. Final play of the half here. It's Rosen. He's going to float this one deep right side. And my goodness, this is incomplete. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep...
And this is caught inside the 5. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 66 yards. Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They get it to him running left. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Jordan Howard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And he's into the clear. And finally, he's out of bounds, but not before a great return. He's all the way inside the 30. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Rosen on 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as...
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Again, it's Howard. Oh, some strong running. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That good for 19 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to try to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Now it's Lockett. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs.
Easy. Sonic.
A first down throw for Winston. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Winston now to throw on first down. Dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard. Jameis to throw it. It's complete to Lockett. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They go play action here on first down. Dancing to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Dayon Buchanan able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. They go counter with Howard. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it.
And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Rosen. Open man is Kirk, complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
He's got a man. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They convert on third with a gain of 22. Here's Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They go to Johnson again. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Detroit!
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Rosen. And able to find Kirk complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Rosen to throw again. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
One-handed. Love the effort. Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a 1st down.
And he'll be the one in the film session if he's saying, hey, run that one back, coach.
Yeah.
Run that one back.
One more time.
Let's see that again.
One more time. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Following the interception, Winston. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Buda Baker with a pick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He's going to wind up and air it out. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur, so they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. On 1st and 10, Winston. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Robert Kimdichie breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. First carry now with a backup, LaShawn McCoy. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They go play action. Winston. He's going to air one out. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the 1st down, and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They come out here in the eye. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jordan Howard, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Janikowski adds the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Short kick. One of the up mid will take it now. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now Rosen on 1st down. Screen play, Johnson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run a 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Here's Rosen to throw. And that's caught left side. Seals Jones with it. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And now it's Rosen looking. This will be caught at about the 6. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Now they got to get to the line quickly. They run. It's Johnson. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson with his second touchdown of the night. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that will get them one closer. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. To throw, Winston. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now he'll escape to his right. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal.
Now that's an offensive line you and I can play behind. How about the amount of time they gave their guy to scan the field and find someone open? Had all night, and in a game like this, probably should just put a spotlight on them instead of the quarterback.
They get it to him running left. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Now a toss coming right side. It's Howard, and he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. With it on the return is Logan. Spins by. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But
pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Frank Clark in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. On second down, Rosen. Caught by Nelson left side. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cardinals. J.J. Nelson, 77 yards. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They're looking to throw this. Winston looking deep for Hilton. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something.